Hello everyone, welcome to another Sunday walk up in the North Downs. Today's supposed to snow and it is a little bit. So if you want to come along with us, enjoy the walk, it'd be great to have you guys along. There'll be snow, probably some rain, definitely lots of wind and lashings of tea and coffee. So great to have you guys along. Hope you enjoy the journey. Hello, Geezer.
Look what he found. I think I found a spot for coffee.
Excellent.
Just to the left.
Geezer's absolutely desperate for coffee.
Yeah. Well, can I just say that he was late again for the third week running to go for a walk.
I think the term is fashionably late.
Yes, he was very fashionably late, so I'm getting my coffee in straight away. Should we sit here?
He looks good. Let's get the coffee on. We're only about 20 minutes into the walk, but we are desperate for coffee. Or I should say, Geezer's desperate for coffee, which means that she's forced me to stop my walk to have my coffee.
You mean you weren't ready? You weren't recording?
Guilt is a wonderful thing. No, I'd love a coffee. There you go. Turn it full.
Full, yeah.
It doesn't sound like it's full. Keep it.
Well, I can't get
crank
any
it
more
up.
coming out. You got it, yeah? It can't turn any more.
Huh.
It's at its highest. Is it because it's cold?
Can you hold the pan, please? Just stop. Then lift it up.
Have I not done it?
No. I think it's because it's too cold. So this is a really good example of we booted up the camping gas stove, and no matter how hard or how open we turned the gas, it just didn't come out very fast at all. And it's because the gas canister is actually too cold. So today it's about 0 - 1. There's little bits of snow falling, and this stuff really only works above 0. So I'm just warming it up now. Let's give it a go. That's better.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, you'll have to hold it. Okay, so I just warmed the gas canister up with my hands. It was a bit cold, but it just warmed it up enough. I don't know if you can hear it, but now it's really giving it some welly. So we should have some hot tea and coffee fairly soon.
Oh,
Go on.
no.
Sorry, yeah, that was not clever of me. Sorry.
You're destined to burn your hands, aren't you?
Again.
Yeah, your poor fingers. That was perfect amount. There
Sweet.
you go. Ta-da!
So Geezer was just talking. We're just talking about Geezer's cup. So my cup, I wash after we get back from these walks. Geezer, on the other hand, I don't know what she does, but her cup was absolutely filthy. And we were just saying that Geezer is a filthy person.
Oi.
And
I'm very earthy, not filthy.
filthy, and that's why I'm with her.
It's to go with the wench.
Filthy, you're a filthy wench.
He's a very lucky man.
Hey,
He's got a filthy wench on his hands.
a filthy individual with a filthy mind.
Thank you for making me feel very special.
You are a special
That
person.
I am.
You are a special. I've always said that you
Did
are
I
a special
tell you
person.
he was late today? For the third or fourth week running now. 15 minutes late.
As I said, fashionably late.
Yes.
Fashionably. So there we have it. Geezer's filthy and I'm late. There's the bombshell of this morning.
Yes. I have like a 40-minute walk to get to yours, and I make it there on time.
What's this? World's smallest violin.
Yeah.
Look at that, just
Wait till we're over the lockdown.
trying to get the public sympathy vote.
I'm not looking for sympathy, just that you're just atrocious at timekeeping, time management.
What can I say? You're right.
Yes.
So on that bombshell, we will end the squabbling there before we come to blows, and we're going to drink our coffee and get moving again because it is a bit nippy.
It's lovely. It's
But
full
we'll,
of snow. It's snowing. It's beautiful.
I think it's going to be another layer.
I want it to be like this every week.
Yeah, this isn't bad.
It'd be awesome. Yes.
Okay, you guys,
When we got north.
catch you in a little while. It's a bit muddy here. I have to be careful that I don't go down on my arse. Oh, make a complete idiot of myself. Maybe you can see, but it's lightly snowing. Left or right?
No.
Left. Okay. Executive decision taken by my partner in crime. Left it is. Good thing about going left is now that it's completely wrong, I can absolutely blame Gisa for making the wrong decision. And if it's the right decision, I'll take 50% of the glory. Oh, good lord, this is squelchy. Man, I cleaned my shoes, got them clear of mud. Reproofed them with some bit of DWR, and 3 minutes in, absolutely pointless. But hey ho, it's all part of the fun, isn't it?
Going right.
Right it is, up to you.
No, go.
Geezer, I think this camera makes your bum look big.
Isn't that what you like? I think I've got the same clothes on as I had on last week, but I just want to make sure that everyone realises that I have washed myself since, and I have washed the essentials. That's what he said.
So yeah, I'm not being skanky. I can be skanky, of course, on the multi-day hike, but not in this instance. Just thought I'd clarify that.
We have doing the limbo. Apologies for sniffing all the time. Whenever I go out in the cold, oh my god, it's like the river's open. And again, I apologise for my sniffs, both before and in the future. So we're just climbing up until we get to the top of the up onto the top of the downs, and then from there we're going to walk along them and hopefully find somewhere to have some lunch. I don't know if you can hear on the microphones, but it's also a bit windy, but it is fantastic to be out. Fantastic. I don't know if you saw. You didn't see, but Kisa just walked into a tree.
Just that.
So Laura and Hardy here. We have we know which one's Stan.
I'd rather be Stan.
Man, I wish you'd seen that. She was paying too much attention to me recording and literally just walked into a tree.
No, it's my hat. Oh dear.
I'm pleased I got that partially on film because I will look back at this, and when I say you don't pay attention to where you're walking, I can load this back up as evidence. Oh god. Thank you. Thank you.
So on that ilk, one time I finished work and I phoned Dean to speak to him, and as I was walking and talking to him, I walked into a lamppost. Oh.
So you've got form, and you've done this many times before. Then is that what you're
Yes.
saying?
Yeah, I've got experience at doing this. It's quite an
Yes.
art. I've mastered it now.
It's not your first time walking into something.
No. Do you remember that?
I do.
Yeah.
I remember traffic noise and then oh! Yes. Anyway, there you go. Gisa and her doesn't have good avoidance skills.
Yeah. He just really brings me along for the entertainment part.
Purely that, purely the
Recording,
entertainment.
because otherwise it would just be all very factual. So
Yes,
I bring the light-heartedness into it.
indeed you do. So we're going that way down this trail. So one of the issues with the downs is, actually it's not an issue, it's just geology. So it's very clay, very chalky, and as a consequence, when it rains, a lot of the water just stays on top. So it gets, drainage is just a huge issue here. So where you don't have grass covering it over, binding it all together, it just gets churned up. So the paths around here often can be horrendous, which is the reason why, I said one of my past videos, I get home, I wait for the mud to dry off, bang off the mud, wash the boots, wash the gaiters. Just it's a weekly event, which isn't bad. That's the price you pay for an absolutely gorgeous walk. Well, I see a lot of people who come up here for a walk because there's a lot of car parks very close to where we walk, and they just come in with a pair of Reeboks or Nikes or some canvas shoes, and then after about 30 steps they wish they brought wellies. So it's humorous, it's good fun, especially when you see the kids with the white trainers on, and you know that their parents are going to have about a 3-hour clean-up and then go back onto Amazon, buy a new pair. But yeah, the one thing you never want to do around here is go up on the downs when it's been raining with anything other than walking boots, walking shoes, or even some wellies.
We'll do another 10-15 minutes walking before we set up for lunch.
Yeah, I'm bored with that.
So maybe
I'm
we
getting hungry
go
too.
further along. And
Yeah.
on the right side, do you know where I mean?
No, but I'm sure you can point it out when we get there.
Okay. It joins with the other path. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these woods look fantastic, but you can't wild camp in any of this. This is all privately owned land. Plus also, it's at like a, and you can see on the camera, but that's like a 45-degree angle. Up here on the downs, you have to really be on top of the downs to get anywhere decent to, should you wish to do a risky, stealthy overnight wild camp. But like I say, this is all privately owned property, so you do it at your risk.
How terrible is that? Beer down there.
I know.
Throw that.
There's a can down there. It's like when you come for a walk, top tip, take your shit home with you.
When we first got here, as we walked into the woods, there was 2 bags of doggy food, wasn't there? But why can't people just take their dog food back home with them? They just left it on the side of on the edge of the woods. That's terrible.
I agree.
Are
If you have a dog, take your dog shit with you.
Right, through there or up here? What do you reckon? Through there?
Let me just
Yeah.
show you what through there is.
Through there?
So I'm thinking not that way.
Come on, you can do it.
How about I stand here, I record you going down and getting wet, and then it'll look really funny. And then I can record myself laughing heartily at
I'm
your
up there
your
already.
expense. So I do believe we're going to go
Hang on a
this
minute.
way.
I think twice already on this recording you've had a laugh on my expense. I think it's about time we have a laugh on your expense.
No, I prefer it that
Only
way.
fair.
I prefer it that way.
Even for keeping it balanced and even, I think we should do that.
There go some crazy people jogging through all this mud. Oh my goodness, that is really cool. Good on them. Oh my god, it's bloody treacherous. Oh, flippin' heck. Oh god. not long ago had lunch. The weather closed in a bit whilst we were having lunch, so we had to hunker down, and now I've got all my layers on. My hands have just defrosted, so much so that I now actually use the camera again. Before that, oh my goodness, it was grim. So they predicted about -6, and I think when we were having lunch, I think it probably got down to nearer that with the wind chill. So we're actually on the leeward side now, so it's an awful lot less windy. But snow's still falling. Gisa made some cracking sandwiches, so they were an unusual concoction of peanut butter, honey and cheese. And I must admit, I really like all those three things individually, but together they were absolutely epic. So each week Gisa makes the sandwiches, and it's always a surprise, and that was quite a surprise. But like I say, what a nice combination. So if you're looking in the mood for something a bit different than original, I'd recommend you give that a try. Spot on. I don't know if you can see, but the rainy snow is just pouring in from the side here across this field and down towards us. It's absolutely epic. Oh, it's just nice to be out, even in the cold. Actually, I like the cold. Not so much the heat and humid. I do like being out when it's cold. Sadly back to work tomorrow, but this is a nice way to close Sunday out. Fortunately, during these COVID times, I get to work from home. Whereas normally I'd be doing a 1-hour commute on my motorbike. So since I started working from home in April last year, oh my god, almost a year, jeez. Yeah, since last April, I've hardly been out at all. I do miss being out on the motorbike, but I don't miss the commute at all. Just because of the traffic, I take the motorbike. It's 50 minutes to an hour. Oh, that was a tree. It's 50 minutes to an hour to get to work and back again. Same again. If I was to drive, then at least 1.5 hours, maybe even 2 at times. So just crazy amounts of traffic. And it is going to be somewhat interesting to find out what happens after COVID, as to whether a lot more people are able to work from home, having proved it out during COVID. Whether that daily commute will be a lot less. like I say, I work from home and probably will do after COVID has ended. Maybe go in the office for maybe a day or two a week, depending on meetings. But maybe one good thing that comes out of COVID is a way out of the insanity which was the daily commute and having to be at the office when really you don't need to be there. I'm huffing and puffing up this hill. It's a slow, steady one. And with all this mud, it's like walking with bricks of concrete. I've got a heart condition called cardiomyopathy, which means that my heart, it's a form of heart disease, so but my heart compacts at a much reduced rate compared to a normal person. So a normal person's compaction rate for their heart, which obviously squeezes the blood, pumps oxygen around the body, etc., is maybe 60 odd %, whereas mine is just above 40. So as a consequence, I get less. My heart's working less effectively. So hard exercise is tough now for me. But hey yo, everyone has something, eh? You just gotta crack on and enjoy life as much as possible. At least I know what my flaw is in my body. Many people don't realise what it is until the medic's standing them over them with some paddles. But I was diagnosed maybe 5 years ago. I'd always had symptoms, but successive doctors just missed what it was. And then I was fortunate enough to get referred to a specialist. He did an MRI, ECG, and lots of other 3-letter acronyms. And he said, yeah, you've got cardiomyopathy. And he said, obviously, with having cardiomyopathy, you're at risk of sudden death. So I must admit that that was quite a sobering thing to hear. Up until then, I just thought, cardiomyopathy, or whatever that is, just take a pill. Life will be good. If it isn't, take 2 pills. If not, take 3 pills. And at that point, he said, yeah, you need to start some medication. And you need a portable defibrillator put inside of you, so if your heart speeds up to an excessive amount, which my heart sometimes does, if it goes too fast, like I think it's to 220 heartbeats, then the ICD, which is just around about here, stitched inside, will deliver a shock to my heart and stop the arrhythmia, and then deliver another shock and then restart the heart. Luckily it hasn't gone off yet. I'm hoping it's purely there just for backup and never gets set off. The downside is if it goes off, then I think it's 6 months I can't drive for, so that will be a bummer. But at least I'll be alive, right? So that's why when I'm going uphill, my son is bounding away like a bloody gazelle, and I'm huffing and puffing up. He's just got more juice. Anyway, enough about my ailments. Like I say, everyone's got something. Everyone lives with something. Just the way it is, right? Mud, mud, glorious mud. She should be on stage doing that sort of tap dancing. So it's a goodbye from me.
And a goodbye from her.
We've had a lovely walk out. The weather has been wintery. Kind of fine snow for the whole time, and the wind's quietened down a bit now, but oh my goodness, about lunchtime when we sat down, it was ferocious. The wind was whipping the snow up and it was coming in horizontal. This is a very short recording. It was just a pain to get the camera out because my hands were freezing, and I thought frostbite trumps camera recording. Call me a wuss, but that's just how I roll. But yeah, it's been great having you guys along as always. I enjoy making these. I think Gisa enjoyed being my sidekick, or maybe I'm her sidekick. I did enjoy walking into a tree. That was funny, and let's see what next walk brings. But for now, thanks a lot everybody. See you guys soon.